I think everybody thought, and you were outspoken about it in 2016, 2017 when you were snubbed for the All-Star game both of those years.
Yeah.
And obviously you made All-Star every year since, except this year due to the injury. But and being snubbed that way, I also thought last season you should have been higher up. Like with the year that you had, you averaged 30 and 8. You shot 40% from three. I thought you should have been higher up in the MVP conversation, just based on what you were doing. And you know, when other guys get those numbers, you're talking MVP, runner-up MVP right away. Didn't quite seem like the same to you. Do you feel like you still don't get the respect that I personally think you should get, or that you think you deserve in this league, and as far as what you've accomplished and how you go about your business and what you bring to the table every night?
I think I get the respect. I think people respect it. I just think that because what I do is not loud. My game is loud. Like I have 60 and 10 and 7 and we'll win a bunch of games. Like I have loud performances, but I'm not loud. I don't get on social media, say crazy shit. When stuff is happening, I don't respond crazy. Like every once in a while, if I feel challenged or somebody like pushing the line on me, like they think something sweet, then I come back. I'll say something real aggressive, and then it'll be like a headline. You know what I mean? But like
Absolutely.
Because I'm not outspoken about everything and I'm not loud, you know, I don't think that's really attractive. Like I don't give them enough of a topic, you know, for them to be like, because in reality it's like, for example, last season when y'all lost to the Lakers in the play-in game?
We lost to the Lakers, then the Grizzlies.
So last year, like Steph going on this crazy run, right? Steph's going on a crazy
Absolutely.
run. Like he's going crazy. Y'all lose to the Lakers, y'all lose to Memphis, but there's a significant amount of people out there saying he should be MVP. You know what I'm saying? Like, and in my eyes, I'm like, he probably should be MVP. Like, he probably should be, because what he's doing is that crazy with what he's playing with.
Mm-hmm.
But for me, I'm averaging 30 points, 8 assists, damn near 5 rebounds, 46% from the field, 40 from 3, 90 from the line. CJ missed 2 months. Nurk missed 2 months. Everybody done been hurt. We get to the playoffs, and it's like, yeah, Dame's having a great season, but they a 7 seed. They the 8 seed. So, like, I say that to say, bro, that, like, I get my respect, but people are going to respect what I've done and how consistent I've done it when I'm done playing more than they would now.
Absolutely.
And, you know, it's a thing where, like, when you say the truth, sometimes people say you crying. Like,
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? When you say the truth, it don't line up with what they want it to be, you crying. Or, oh, he's saying this or he's saying that. But, like, that's just the truth, bro. Like, I definitely should have been up there in that MVP, bro. Like, when you weigh into, like, everybody's situation and what you're able to make happen, like, for us to get into the playoffs, bro, we had to really come from behind. And I'm coming out here, I had 60 against y'all. I had 60 against Brooklyn. I had 60 against Dallas, 50 against Philly, 50 against Denver, 50 against the Lakers. Like, bro, this is the season where I'm like, player of the week, 52. I literally was averaging 52 points, 10 assists, and 8 rebounds for player of the week. Then the following week, I averaged 47 points with 10 assists and 9 rebounds. And it's like, had that been anybody else, they would have been ready to hand them the MVP, bro. Like,
absolutely.
I'm just saying, like, the shit is like, so for me, bro, I've accepted my place. You know what I'm saying? Like, when you ask like a lot of college players and like young players, like who you fuck with? Like they fuck with me, bro, because they know I'm solid. I say what I mean what I say. I ain't no hater. I don't be jealous, but I just do what I do. But I do feel like what I do is respected, is not appreciated and valued as it should be. Like that's just what it is. That's what I see.
Do you think, and I actually agree with that 100%. I think in Steph's case, it could be a little different, but I'll ask you this question because I would love to hear your opinion. Do you think for Steph it's viewed a little differently because he already has rings as opposed to not? Because, however, I think even in what you're saying, there are still other guys in this league that don't have rings, but they'll still get that nod. But I think in Steph's case, it could be a little different because he already had the rings. Do you feel that? Do you think that? Or am I a little off with that?
I mean, I don't think into it that deeply. You know what I'm saying? For me to weigh all of those things. Like, I always tell people, like, people ask me, like, what about this? Like, kind of like along the lines of what you're saying. What about Steph? What about this person? And I'll be like, at my position, Steph is the one person that I'm like, you can say what you want. Like, if you say, who's the best at this? Who's first like this? Steph is the one person that, like, I can accept coming behind. Because Steph came from a mid-major. Like, Steph went through injuries. Steph team struggled. Like, Steph is a 2-time MVP, 3-time champion. Like, I respect Steph. You know what I'm saying? Like, I take nothing away from Steph. I respect it 1,000%. But, like, after that, like, I ain't put, you know what I'm saying? Like, I can't take a back seat after that. You know what I'm saying? Like, in our time, and I'm not talking about numbers or none of that. I'm just talking about lining it up. You know what I'm saying? And Kyrie too. Like, people don't give Kyrie enough credit because they be worried about the wrong shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, they be worried. Them the ones. So, like, I don't really, like, I think it is, certain people going to have certain things based off of what they've done, what they've accomplished. But I think you got to, anytime you start to have these conversations, you got to weigh in the positions that everybody's been put in. Like, look at everybody the teammates that everybody at the top have had.
Yeah. Okay.
Who has Steph played with? Who has Bron played with? Who have you played with? Who has AD played with? Who has Russ played with? Who has James played with? Who has CP played with? Like, if you look at everybody that all these guys have played with, everybody has played with everybody has played with everybody. And had a chance, and they didn't have to leave their teams for that to happen.
Yeah.
So some cases might be like, well, you could go and do this and go do that. But, like,